Hello, I'm Guillaume Bernard. I'm a French citizen. I'm living in China for already a little bit more than a decade, and I'm managing an industrial company working for industrial automation in energy and environmental business. I'm also chairing a French association that help the relationship between France and China by helping French companies to set up in China and different aspects of this collaboration. I think one very good example of very productive collaboration between France and China on the energy business is the nuclear industry. France has been building many nuclear industry following the US, and today China is starting to build the biggest field of nuclear power plant. This nuclear power plant has been developed originally in partnership with France, with EDF, and that gives to China and France a very good ground to go further in a collaboration in fighting climate change. Because nuclear energy is going to play absolutely a key role in decarbonizing electricity. You can see the research and development made by China in nuclear energy has been tremendous. China has the advantage to have a long-term plan that gives China the opportunity to never stop investing in nuclear energy, where it was a challenge in Europe, because in Europe, following Fukushima accident, following different accidents, a lot of investment has been stopped. So nuclear energy is one of the solutions. Of course, it's not the solution, but it's one of the solutions, and China and France have a great expertise in that, so it's a lot of opportunity for collaboration on going further in this technology. I'm not a scientist able to tell you if it's realistic or not. One thing for sure is it's mandatory, and it's very important that China took the commitment to go there. And we need to do everything we can to go there as soon as possible. It's absolutely critical. Today, on a short term, it means in the next 30 years, nothing we do today is going to have an impact on the next 30 years. So on the first side, we're going to have to adapt to the climate change. But every decision we do today is going to have an impact for how our children are going to live in the planet. So it's urgent that we do actions. There is two types of actions: efficiency and innovation. Efficiency is about to do the same as we do today with less energy. For instance, today we're using a lot of transportation. Is it necessary? We use a lot of consumption. Is it really necessary consumption, etc., etc. We need to use better the energy today to make sure that in 30 years, in 50 years, the world is using less energy for the same as we do today. The second part is to innovate, and innovation, for example, in windmills, in solar panels, in efficiency in technological efficiency for building automation. One of the solutions I was mentioning before is the nuclear energy. There's a lot of things to do with nuclear energy, especially to have a small nuclear power plant that can feed heat and electricity to many small households when it's remote. Because it's a global responsibility for everybody. Countries like France are absolutely responsible to move ahead and to use less energy, for what we do today. So Western countries who have already a very good wealth need to change their habit. We need to change our habit of life to try to maintain as much as possible the comfort, because it's useless to tell people give up your comfort, but we need to make sure that we don't waste energy, because this way of life will be very important. On the other side, there is many countries that are, for example, in Southeast Asia, that need drinking water. People are dying, kids are dying because they don't have drinking water. These countries, they need to burn coal in order to provide drinking water to the people. It's absolutely necessary for these countries. In France, we put drinking water in a toilet. So how can we say to people in Southeast Asia, don't burn coal, don't have drinking water? It's very selfish. So it's a paradox sometimes. We need to use less energy in some countries, but we need to use more energy in some other countries. And we need to make that compatible with the global responsibility of reducing the global carbon footprint of the world. China, for instance, has a big responsibility in emitting, but China is manufacturing for the world. When a French guy buys a toy for Christmas, the carbon CO2 is emitted in China, but the toy is used in France. So we have also the responsibility in Western countries by using the carbon emission of the problem, and the challenge is how we work together. There is a lot of things to recreate now. The COVID, the geopolitical threat has is reshaping the different collaboration. It's very important we meet again and we prepare new projects. Global crisis of climate change is not today, still yet today, in the top one priority of all the governments. So this is a topic where all the governments can collaborate together. France has a lot of expertise in nuclear industry. China has a lot of expertise, a lot of research and development. There is a lot of collaboration to create in this field, for instance. But it's also for a lot of fields, for artificial intelligence, for the field of I would say waste treatment, for example, efficiency of energy, efficiency of waste management. All these fields are fields where we need to protect the climate and the biodiversity. This is a typical topic where we need to collaborate more. Europe in general, but France in particular, and China have lots of topics, but we need to recreate the dynamic. I think it's a very important initiative because we need to promote, every country needs to promote multilateralism. China is a big promoter of multilateralism. Europe also is a very big promoter of multilateralism. The challenge is to listen to each other. The challenge is to accept people have different point of view and to accept to dialogue. So to make a long story short, the political proposal made by different countries is important. But the most important and the urgency is people to meet face to face. We need people to travel again, which is in contradiction with what I just told you about less travel for climate change. But on the other side, we need to find that it's extremely important that people meet again. After so many years of COVID, so many years of isolating people from each other, we need to meet to talk, because only by talking we will understand each other.